Most people think AI knows everything because it was trained on a huge amount of data. Then they ask it about a private company document, yesterday's policy update, or a file sitting on their laptop, and suddenly the genius starts guessing. That is because a language model can only use what it learned during training, what you give it in the prompt, or what it can retrieve from connected sources. This is where RAG comes in. But here's the real question. How can AI answer from fresh or private information without training the entire model again? RAG stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. The name sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. Before the AI generates an answer, the system first searches for relevant information from a trusted source. That source could be company documents, a database, a website, product manuals, policies, research papers, or customer records. Then the AI uses the retrieved information to create its response. Think of an ordinary language model like a student answering from memory. RAG is like allowing that student to open the correct textbook before answering. The student still writes the response, but now the answer is supported by relevant material instead of memory alone. In simple terms, RAG adds an open book step before the AI speaks. The process usually happens in 3 parts. First, the user asks a question. Second, the system searches its connected knowledge base and retrieves the most relevant sections. Third, those sections are added to the AI's context and the model generates an answer based on them. So RAG does not usually change the model itself. It changes the information available to the model at the moment it answers. For example, imagine an employee asks, "How many annual leave days do I receive?" A general chatbot may give a generic answer based on common employment practices, but a RAG system can search the company's actual HR policy, find the correct section, and answer based on that document. It may even show where the information came from. That makes the response more useful and easier to verify. A small case study is customer support. A company may have thousands of product manuals, troubleshooting guides, refund policies, and support articles. Training a new AI model every time one document changes would be expensive and slow. With RAG, the company updates the document in its knowledge base. The AI can then retrieve the latest version when a customer asks a question. The model stays the same, but the information it uses can remain current. RAG can also reduce hallucinations because the AI receives relevant evidence before answering. But it does not remove hallucinations completely. The retrieval system may find the wrong document. The source itself may be outdated. The AI may misunderstand the retrieved text or combine it incorrectly. RAG improves grounding, but it does not guarantee truth. Another important point is privacy. A business can connect an AI system to approved internal documents without publishing those documents openly. But this still requires proper security, permissions, and access controls. An employee should not be able to retrieve confidential salary records just because the system has access to them. Giving AI access to information is useful. Giving it access without limits is careless. RAG became especially important as large language models entered business and professional environments. Companies wanted AI systems that could answer using their own knowledge, not only general internet-style information. Retrieval systems already existed in search engines and databases, but combining them with generative language models created a much more natural way to access information. So, in one simple line, RAG is a method that retrieves relevant information from external sources and gives it to an AI model before the model generates an answer. The model provides the language. The knowledge base provides the evidence. Together, they create answers that can be more current, specific, and grounded. Welcome back to the AI Studio, where we make artificial intelligence simple, visual, and slightly less painful. But if RAG gives an AI access to new information without changing the model itself, what happens when we actually want to change how the model behaves, speaks, or performs a specific task? And what exactly is fine-tuning?